In the market, there are many books written on mind control. In fact, if you go on the website and just type mind control, lakhs of hits you will get. Hundreds and thousands of websites talking about mind control. The first process, the first category is the physical methods. Asanas, pranayama, breathing process. And it is becoming very popular these days. The second process, the second category, first is the physical process. Second is mental process. Mental. There are a lot of techniques people are talking about. Positive thinking, to psych up the mind, positive thinking, affirmations, positive self-talk, visualization, you visualize. This all comes under the mental methods. And the third category is spiritual. So very simple. Anybody who is talking about mind control is talking about these three methods only. Physical, mental and spiritual. When you do breathing, when you do deep breathing, more oxygen supplies goes to the brain. The brain requires oxygen. When we are in the afternoon, we feel drowsy after lunch because the blood with oxygen rushes to the stomach for digestion, metabolism. And as a result, there is less supply of oxygen and blood to the brain, so we feel drowsy. So likewise, when we do deep breathing, what happens? How the mind gets controlled, it's a very mechanical thing. What happens is when we deep breathe, there's more oxygen supply to the lungs, the more oxygen is taken in from the lungs, and the hemoglobin which carries the oxygen in the blood reaches to the brain, and there is more supply of oxygen, you feel fresh, alert. Physical methods, breathing, pranayama, asana, it has a place, it has a temporary benefit. The second method is mental methods, affirmation, self-talk, positive thinking. Many times people try that, they get inspired, get motivated, they read a book on power of positive thinking and they say this person did positive thinking and he became from this person to this person. And then we get inspired, we also practice, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. For whom it works, they will write to the editor, it worked with me, and he'll put it published there. So more people will get motivated. But it doesn't work with everyone. We have seen it, those who have practiced it will agree with what I am saying. Now, what is the difference between this mental methods and the spiritual method? How is the spiritual method permanent purification of the mind? How is it different from the mechanical method? How it is different from the physical method? I'll give you a very good example. You take a cow dung, fresh cow dung, and on top of that put fresh, very fresh, white Amul cream. And on top of that, you do nice icing. And on top of that, put a nice red cherry. How does it look like? How does it look like? It looks like a very nice cake. Am I right? If the icing is done nicely, if the cream is very good, an expert person has done it, it looks like a nice, wonderful cake. You can't differentiate that from the cake which we sell here. But is it really a cake? It is cow dung. So likewise, with mental methods, you can psych up your mind. You can put cherry, you can put icing, you can put a cream. It looks like the mind has got relaxed, mind has got changed. But internally, what is there? All the dirt is still there. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Moha, Labha, all these things are there. It's dirt there. Although artificially we can psych our mind, but all the impurities remain. And as a result, permanent purification doesn't happen. We give another example in that presentation. Just like we take a water jar or a beaker and put mud in it, we stir the mud. You let it relax for a while, the mud will settle down. The water appears to be pure, but the dirt is still there. Little bit of agitation, again the dirt gets mixed with the water and again it becomes dirty. Whereas spiritual method or spiritual processes, the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, how it is different, it does not allow the dirt to settle down. It removes the dirt. That is the difference. Very, very important difference, because many times these mental methods appear to be very appealing and they are very short term. You do a little bit of breathing, mind becomes peaceful. We are chanting Hare Krishna for years together, it appears that there is no change happening. But change is happening, because most of you will realize you had many bad habits. Some were smoking, some were drinking, some were addicted to non-veg. But once you started chanting, all these abominable things, anarthas, started vanishing.